Now at 6, the community of Uniontown comes together for a Labor Day picnic celebration. Plus, an old hospital in Parsons is transformed into a haunted house ahead of the Halloween season. And we take a deep dive into our J365 program and highlight one of its reporters.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin police released the names of 2 people killed in a crash involving 3 motorcycles Saturday night. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Elise Noe. Police say 2 motorcyclists, 18-year-old Colton Goodard of Welch, Oklahoma, and 20-year-old Taryn Morris of Miami were recklessly speeding down Main Street when they ran into another motorcyclist, 60-year-old Mark McGowan of Miami. Morris and McGowan died in the crash. Goodard was not hurt, but has been charged with 2 counts of felony murder. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at weather.
Well, definitely turned out to be a hot Labor Day for us today. Most of us mid to upper 90s throughout the afternoon hours. A little bit cooler on the Missouri side. They had some clouds, a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms. Everybody else dry, everybody else hot. We're sitting into low to mid 90s. Now, you factor in the humidity, of course, you get the wonderful heat index. The way it actually feels, 96 Yates Center, 97 Independence, 100 in Nowata. So it is going to be a hot evening if you're getting out, maybe barbecuing, of course, Labor Day evening. We're going to slide back through the 90s, 80s, eventually into the mid 70s later on tonight. Most of us dry. You can't see those thunderstorms ripping north earlier, but we look pretty good for the rest of the evening hours. But late tonight, we'll start to get some scattered showers that pop up in our western counties. Better chances for rain tomorrow. Those details here in just a bit.
Thanks, Doug. In celebration of Labor Day, Uniontown hosted their annual Old Settlers Picnic. Hundreds were in attendance as they conducted parades, a vintage car show, a picnic, and carnival. KOAM's Jasmine Knight was one of the hundreds in attendance. Here she is with the story.
Today was the last day of Uniontown's Old Settlers Picnic, as it celebrates its 117th year. The picnic has taken place during Labor Day weekend since 1905, and each year the picnic just grows bigger and bigger.
As you can see, there's lots of people here. Most of us know each other. It's just great fun. We just do it once a year and everybody gets together and has a good time.
This year, the 3-day picnic event featured multiple parades, a youth rodeo, a bass tournament, 5K run, and so much more. In addition, various vendors and food trucks were set up. Guests could also play different games and other activities. Overall, everyone had a blast.
I mean, just getting everybody together and showing support for the smaller people instead of, the bigger stores and helping out everybody. That's big for smaller companies like us.
The Old Settlers Picnic even succeeded at their biggest goal, which is to bring the community together.
I would say probably half of them are from out of town. They come from Fort Scott, they come from Girard, Pittsburgh, they come from a lot of different places.
Just the turnout. I mean, it's a pretty small community and it looks like just about everybody in the community is here to support it, so that's a good turnout.
So even if you missed it this year, be sure to check out Old Settlers Picnic every Labor Day weekend. Reporting in Uniontown, Jasmine Knight, KOAM News.
For additional information about next year's picnic or how to be a part of the events, you can visit their Facebook page. Fort Scott National Historic Site today held an exploration of the labors and leisure on the 1840s frontier post. The purpose of the event was to get outside and enjoy the weather for Labor Day while learning some history. It included live music, historic yard games, and a variety of demonstrations and interpretive programs.
So today was really kind of low key. We had a couple of living history stations. We had a musical program earlier today at 11 a.m. and then we had a couple of guided tours.
The park grounds are open daily from a half hour before sunrise until a half hour after sunset. School is out for the Labor Day holiday, and some Joplin students spent the afternoon skating. Roller City Entertainment hosted Mania Monday as a way to provide some fun on their day off while staying active.
That just offering, more things for families and kids to do to better safe and fun and active is a really great opportunity that we can provide for families.
The roller rink offered half-price admissions for Monday Mania. Halloween is right around the corner, and some of the 4 states is already preparing. The old Katy Hospital in Parsons is being transformed into a haunted house again this year. Project Fear is celebrating their 26th haunt season. They plan to kick off the spooky season on September 29th.
Washington school was moving out. We've always wanted to come to the hospital to do the spook house here, but we formed the Historical Society. So then we kind of leased it out to Project Fear so they can do that haunted house here.
The Katy Hospital was built in early 1920s. Coming up, we get to know one of our J365 reporters and take a look into his journey into the newsroom. We're introducing you to our new team members. Our latest one is reporter Anthony Saviello. Here's KOAM's Dow Quick to make the introductions.
I have my own personal KOAM lanyard, and I've already gotten some. You work for the news station? Yes, I do. So it is really cool.
Anthony Saviello is used to getting noticed, and he likes it that way.
I could spend all day on stage or in front of a camera. No problem whatsoever.
He says he's always chased the spotlight, performing in front of family, friends, and in school and theater productions. So it's only natural that life led him to his biggest stage yet, reporting news for KOAM.
I wanted to be on camera one day. I wanted to be that news anchor or this weatherman or this reporter, and now I'm finally getting the chance to do it, and it's just kind of a dream.
Even a self-proclaimed extrovert needs to find some quiet moments. For Anthony, one spot is at the end of a fishing pole.
How about that? Hey, it's not huge, but that'll do. There's a nice little bluegill there.
While isolation can help recharge, too much can be difficult for some. Anthony says this season of COVID was a challenge for him, and it was then that his mother began her fight against breast cancer.
And I remember about midway through the summer, my parents kept calling my name, and I'm just in my room just kind of like bawling my eyes out because I just couldn't take it anymore. All the emotions of having to deal with everything was really difficult.
But difficult seasons come and go, and Anthony found strength through family and especially his mother's spirit.
My mother is now a breast cancer survivor, though, which is amazing, and if I could have half the strength my mother does, I know for a fact I could be able to accomplish anything. It taught me a lot about myself and who I am. And then a few months later, after all this stuff happened, I met Courtney. And now I'm married, I'm with the love of my life.
Anthony and Courtney grew up in Springfield. Their careers led them to Lamar, where she teaches.
This is his favorite way to be held.
They do life with their 4 fur kids. A bit chaotic at times, as you'd expect, but a good addition as the young couple focuses on their new careers.
Franklin Technology Center students are getting their hands
Anthony has taken to his new position like, a fish to water, and quickly grasped the responsibility that comes with delivering the news.
It was just instant. It was, this is what I'm meant to do, this is where I'm meant to be for sure.
In fact, at this point, he can see himself behind the news desk someday, maybe in my seat. But there's one job that he says might be even better than that.
There it is. Oh, that felt good. Straight down the middle. 250 maybe? 250. Not bad for a rookie. If ever a broadcast, like a golf broadcast job comes up, I will be a golf broadcaster. For sure. Put me on the PGA Tour. Absolutely. Tiger Woods would not have done that.
You can meet the rest of our team by heading to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A little later, the Chiefs look ahead to their first regular season opponent. We'll hear from Kelsey and the offensive coordinator.
Well, I hope you had a great and safe Labor Day holiday weekend. Of course, it was a little bit on the hot side for us today. Temperatures, they went mid to upper 90s across the region. We look good now. Clear skies, nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Now, we did get some thunderstorms that kind of ripped north right across southwestern Missouri earlier this afternoon. These guys are gone. You can see a couple little tiny showers far western counties, but most of you are going to be dry this evening if you are getting outside, doing any outdoor activities. Temperatures cooler, Missouri side. This is due to the clouds and a few scattered showers. So Monette sitting at 78, 88 in the ocean. Then you jump into the 90s once you get a little bit farther toward the west. Heat indices mid to upper 90s to near 100 degrees. Of course, cooler as you get out across southwestern Missouri. Let's go outside. It's 92 right now. Feels like 95. Southerly winds, a little breezy for us today. We've had south winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour most of the day, but we've had some gusts a little bit higher than that, 25, upwards of 30 miles per hour at times. It's going to stay breezy this evening, tonight, and then again as we go into your Tuesday. Throughout the evening hours, 90s, 80s, 70s. I think most of us drop back to about 73 later on tonight. All right, wave lifting north, heading away from us. Next wave, which will start to affect us tomorrow. So we get this guy out of here. This wave is going to rotate in, bringing in a cold front tomorrow evening. That means chances for showers and thunderstorms across the region. All right, hit and miss showers, maybe a random thunderstorm popping up late tonight. We're looking at 5 a.m. As these drive in, they kind of weaken, but don't be surprised if you see a few showers out there during the morning hours. Then just mostly cloudy skies. Upper 80s by noon. Once we get into the afternoon, look at the winds. They start to switch out of the northwest. Here's 4:30, still hot, mid 90s, but some scattered thunderstorms try to pop up along that front. The ones that do get going could be a little bit stronger, most likely not severe, but could be a little bit stronger. Scattered thunderstorms tomorrow evening. Again, most of these along and south of the I-44 corridor. Here's 10:30 p.m. and then pretty much gone. After midnight, we'll still have some clouds into Wednesday morning. We'll start into the upper 60s, but sunshine returns by Wednesday afternoon and a little bit cooler. High temps right around 90 degrees by the time we get into Wednesday afternoon. All right, day planner for you. Few showers in the morning, 88 by noon, 95 by 4 p.m. Those scattered thunderstorms late in the daytime hours. We do have another chance for thunderstorms, so this is going to be Thursday night into Friday morning as the next wave rotates in. So at least we got some rain chances this week. It's not super widespread, but at least we have some chances. 96 tomorrow, 91 on Wednesday, 95 on Thursday. That next round of showers and thunderstorms. Near 90 over the weekend, but check this out. We drop into the 80s for highs next week. 82 on Monday, 84 on Tuesday. Elise?
Still ahead here from the Kansas City Chiefs ahead of their season opening game against the Lions this Thursday. And highlights from this afternoon's Royals game in Kansas City. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
The Royals have had a tough homestand over the past few weeks. While being at Kauffman Stadium for the last 6 games, Kansas City got swept by the Pirates, then lost 2 of 3 against the Red Sox before AL Central rival Chicago comes to town today. So White Sox at the Royals. We're starting things out in the first inning. Edward Olivares smashes a pitch from Jesse Schultens up and out into the left field bleachers. Solo homer, his 7th of the year, and we'd hear more from him later. On the mound, though, Cole Reagans dealing for Kansas City in this one. In the second, he gets Yohan Moncada down looking. Next batter, swing and a miss, strikeout to end the inning. Then in the fourth, Tim Anderson at the plate strikes out as well. Reagans, who they got in that Chapman deal, finished with 7 strikeouts and 6 shutout innings. Nelson Velasquez up later with the Royals already up 3-0. He goes deep, 2-run homer. Kansas City took a 5-0 lead at that point. Into the 5th, this one no longer in question. 10-0 when Olivares hits it deep again. 2-run homer. He has 2 home runs, and the Royals go on to win 12-1. Over to football, it's officially game week for the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs. And with the territory of being the reigning champs comes the honor of playing the first game of the season. The Chiefs play the Lions Thursday night, with the ceremony beforehand unveiling the Super Bowl banner, but the players' focus is going to be elsewhere.
As sick as it sounds, I'm over last year, man. I'm ready to keep things moving forward. I think it'll be cool for the fans, for the Hunt family to be able to put another banner up, and that'll be a moment for them. But for me right now, I'm focused on beating the Detroit Lions, not really focused on any of the other stuff that goes on for the first game of the year.
So there's just that little tick more of knowing that you're now in quote-unquote game week, and it becomes, like using quotes, a little more real for all of us now. It's here, it's here. So now you feel it in the week of practice.
Tonight we wrap up week 1 of the college football season across the country, and at the FBS D1 level, one of the most noteworthy results comes from Deion Sanders, first-year head coach of Colorado, knocking off defending runner-up TCU. And in week 2, they play a Nebraska team that's coming off a heartbreaker.
I don't think there's any moving on. I mean, there's not at the end of the day, we're going to play each week. There's a great Kobe quote. We're going to come back and do the journey all over again, whether we win or lose. And we go through the opponent. We go through the last game. So Friday we came in. We got back late. We came in Friday afternoon. We went through the opponents. We went through the game. This is what we did well. This is what we didn't do well. Everything's very methodical and unemotional. Because there was a lot of good. It wasn't like one of those hey, we were down by 2 scores and we scored at the end to make it a 1-score game. Like, we had the lead. Unfortunately, we made some catastrophic errors down the stretch.
And that's all for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll have information on new tactics for responding to mental health calls, plus a dining out program to help seniors combat loneliness. And Labor Day travel is expected to continue until Wednesday, with big crowds headed to the airport. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A Labor Day tradition in Michigan, tens of thousands walked across the Mackinac Bridge for the annual Bridge Walk this morning. 35,000 people took part, the largest crowd seen at the event since 2016. Organizers expected 20,000 people to participate. The walk recognizes generations of working people and those who fought for higher pay, better benefits, and workplace safety.
All right, it's going to be another hot one for us tomorrow. A few scattered showers in the morning and then a few scattered thunderstorms by tomorrow evening. High temp at 96, 91 on Wednesday. Some pop-up thunderstorms again Thursday and Friday. Cooling down a little bit as we head into the weekend, but check this out. 80s for highs next week.
And a final sports note.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Short week for the Chiefs this week as the defending champs. They play on Thursday night, so a lot of people obviously looking forward to that, and it's crazy that we're already at week 1 of the NFL season.
Oh, I'm excited for it though. Yeah. I'm ready to see the Chiefs and defeat the Lions. I'm not a Lions fan, for it too. So I'd love to see the Chiefs win.
That'd be great.
Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10.